There once was a beast that wanted to feel how soft its fur was. Since it could not reach its own back, it killed many other creatures and spent time rubbing its paws over them. They say that when the monster finally killed a human, it fell in love with their soft hair, and its paws grew into a pair of fine human hands.
Hey guys, Whip Gamer here, and we're back for Lantern Year 1 of our People of the Lantern Kingdom Death Let's Play, I guess it is. We are hunting a level 1 white lion, which is more difficult than the lion that we faced before, but we've decided that the only way to survive is to hunt these monsters that hunt us as well. So I've made my decisions on who I'm going to send out, and let's go through those real quick, and then we'll start our hunt.
All right, we're going to be sending 2 out. He's one of our original survivors. He's the one with +1 strength and a broken jaw. We gained in courage from our language innovation, but since he's got that broken jaw, he can't encourage. So all he has is the little dash token. I also found these tokens. I think I'm going to use those for if they've taken a turn, I'll flip them over. So we sent him out with the complete rawhide armor set, so he gets +2 armor. He also gets 2 survival from the gloves and the boots, and +1 evasion. So he'll have 3 survival and +1 evasion going out. Next survivor is 3. I started painting this mini, but haven't gotten very far at all, so don't look too close. She is one of our original survivors as well, and we're going to be sending her out with a bone blade and a founding stone and some cloth armor. Next survivor is 5, one of our new survivors. We're going to be sending him out with the bone darts and a founding stone, so we have range and close combat if we need it. And lastly, 7. She's another new survivor, and we're sending her out super basic with just the founding stone and cloth.
Alright, I've set up my hunt board for a level 1 white lion. I've set up my dice with the 10s up, so all the weight settles to the bottom, so 10s are more likely to be rolled, and we're ready to go out on our hunt. We're going to go through our event revealers. I'm just going to set them on the board one at a time, so it kind of reminds me which ones are the event revealers. So we're going to start out with 2 in his cool rawhide armor. So he's going to reveal this card. Prowling Lion. While the survivor stalks the white lion, the monster hunts something else. Move the white lion 1 space away from the survivors on the hunt board in pursuit of its prey. The white lion starts the showdown with ground fighting in play. Build its AI deck normally. Great. I think ground fighting is actually good. I think it's where it lays down and doesn't do anything. So that gives us a chance to harvest any resources. Let's make a note of that, and then we'll make sure to put that in play. So our survivors move forward, and now 3 is our event revealer. So let's reveal the event. Oh, white lion cub. This one's a good one, guys. The survivors find a white lion cub. They may choose to slay the cub. If they do, each survivor gains 1 random basic resource. The event revealer rolls on the table below. Yes, definitely. Especially beginning of the game, we want to gather as much resources as possible. So let me grab the resource deck. Alright, so each survivor gains 1 random basic resource. So let's just grab 4 real quick. 1, monster hide. 2, monster hide again. 3, monster hide again. And 4, love juice. So we can make some babies when we get back to the settlement, if we survive it. So, all right, good start. But now we have to roll a d10. So let's do that. A 3. The mother lion appears. Overcome with grief, she attacks. The white lion starts this showdown with Enraged in play. Oh, that's great. So, so it doesn't say begin the showdown immediately. I wonder if that means that we continue on the hunt board until we reach the white lion. Let me just reread it. The mother lion appears. Overcome with grief, she attacks. The white lion starts the showdown with Enraged in play. Okay, so the way I'm reading it, to me, sounds like the white lion like attacks immediately, and we start the showdown, and we get Enraged. So let's find Enraged and ground fighting real quick here. Ground fighting. Both of these are mood. All right, so ground fighting. As I predicted, ground fighting is the monster flops on its side, waiting for the attackers to draw near while ground fighting is in play. Do not draw any AI cards. When a survivor spends an activation in the zone of death before resolving the action, the monster performs a basic action. This is why we buy bone darts immediately, because if ground fighting becomes in play, if we just have melee, we have to come in and attack, and we take major damage. Basic action with +2 speed and +1 damage, targeting the survivor. Ouch. So bone darts are the way to go with ground fighting. So that will be in play. And Enraged. While Enraged is in play, the white lion gains +1 damage token per monster level. So that's a bummer. So it's going to do an extra damage with each card. So yeah, so a good card and a bad card in my opinion. But let's go ahead and set up the showdown. All right, one thing I forgot to do before setting up the showdown is we have to draw terrain. So we get one tall grass terrain card, which is 2 grass tiles, and 2 random terrain cards. Set up normally. Alright, so let's see what we get here. Ore vein. Oh, awesome. And 3 stone columns. Worthless, in my opinion anyways. I've never really used obstacles. I don't know. We'll set them up and we'll see what happens, but I am excited about the ore vein. So, okay, now we can continue to set up the showdown. Alright guys, the hunt board is set up, and you might think by taking a look at it that, hey, wait a minute, this is not how you're supposed to start a hunt event. You're supposed to be six spaces away. There's a reason for that. We have ground fighting in play. So let me just read it again. The monster flops onto its side, waiting for attackers to draw near. While ground fighting is in play, do not draw an AI card. So that means that the lion would go first, and it would flop onto its side and do nothing. Then it's our turn. If we don't attack in this zone of death, according to this card, the lion just stays on its side. So we can kind of move around the board as we please. One thing we're going to do before getting into this position is we're going to search that ore vein. So let's go ahead and do that right now. So I've got ore vein card here, and we'll grab this. Another thing, we're not going to be using the monster controller. One of my awesome commenters said that in solo play you don't need to be using it, and that's what they recommend in the book, is to not use the monster controller. And even though I like the random brain armor, I think that it'll be easier for me anyways to just not worry about this. So I'm going to set this to the side. We're not going to worry about it for this game. Alright, so ore vein. So one of our survivors, we'll say 7. She comes up to the ore vein and she's going to search it. So we don't have a pickaxe, so we'll roll 1d10. A 4. Find something shiny. Gain 1 iron strange resource. Archive this terrain. Okay, I need to find the strange resource for iron because I didn't pull that out. Alright, let's see. Precious Canthus, iron. Perfect. Okay, we'll set that right here just in case. Alright, so 7 gets the iron. And we will distribute those other resources as well. Okay, so this ore vein goes away here. Now we can start by acting first. One other thing you guys will notice, I have these super cool 3D printed tall grass terrain, and I put it in place. The problem with these is that, say I wanted to put these two survivors on the edge right here. You see my problem? They don't fit very well. Like, one of them will fit okay, but then it's hard to tell if they're in this square or that square. And two, it's just a mess. I feel like I'm in one of those infomercials. Have you ever had this problem? Completely incapable. Anyways, that's neither here nor there. So we're not going to be using these. I'm going to reprint some without this and maybe put in some of these grass tufts or something. But anyways, we're not going to be using it. All right, so now ground fighting is still in place. We move around wherever we want to. We end up right here. So let's take a look at ground fighting again real quick. When a survivor spends an activation in the zone of death, before resolving the action, the monster performs a basic action. So if we're outside this zone of death, then this basic action doesn't trigger. So also it says when the white line is wounded, discard ground fighting. So that is where our bone darts come into play. So we can sit outside this zone of death. We can pew, 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 shoot in there. And when we hit is when this goes away and we can start. So I'll kind of show you how that goes. But ground fighting is pretty nice when you have a lot of resources that you need to gather around the board. And it kind of basically means that we get to go first. So let's do that now. We can't forget, Enraged is in play as well. So that's +1 damage to all of our cards. But let's get started with 5. He is going to attack with his bone darts. Put that here. So the bone darts are speed 1, hits on a 7+. Let's see if we hit an 8. So that is a hit. Oh yeah, got ahead of myself. I got my hit location deck. Let's shuffle that up real quick. All right, hit location, and our AI deck that we built. For a level 1 white line, it's 7 basic and 3 advanced, and there's no special cards in play. Our movement on our white line is 6, and our toughness is 8. All right, so now we draw hit location. Beast's Maw. There's a failure. The monster roars triumphantly, so we'll see what happens. So let's roll. The bone darts are a 3 strength. Our toughness is 8. 7, 6, 5, and we have no strength bonuses or anything like that, so it's just a 5 or more to hit. A 1. Of course. So failure. The monster roars triumphantly. Roll a d10. On a 4+, the attacker suffers 1 brain damage per monster level and is knocked down. Let's go for another 1. Oh my gosh. Another 1. Okay. Nothing happens with this failure. This gets discarded. So ground fighting goes out. Let's see here, and it says when white line is wounded, discard ground fighting. So it doesn't go archived; it goes in the discard. So that means we got to do an extra wound to kill this white line, which sucks. We're hoping that Enraged doesn't ever get discarded because that means that one of my survivors gets dismembered, severe injury, and also it'll add another wound to the AI deck. So we don't want that to happen. Hopefully it won't. But with the way I'm rolling with 2 1s, it could happen. Okay, so 5 is done. I'm going to flip over this token to remind me. And then let's do... so I've got the 2 kind of heavy hitters on the back here. I've got 2 with the bone axe and 3 with the bone sword, the bone blade, sorry. So we're going to come in with 2 first. And they are going to attack with speed 2, hits on a 6+. We're in the blind spot, so 5+. 7 and a 4, so that's 1 hit. Okay. The beast's knee. You hit the white lion's sturdy kneecap. All right, and there's no reaction on this, so perfect. All right, so the strength on the bone axe is a 3, toughness is 8, so we hit on a 5+. A 9. Awesome. So that is a wound. So we'll move the AI to the wound stack. And I can't remember bone axe. Savage. Once per attack, if you critically wound, cause 1 additional wound. Okay. Perfect. So I just wanted to make sure that I didn't miss anything with the bone axe. All right. So that's 2's turn. So we'll flip over the token. Okay, yeah, and he had +1 strength, so, but the 9 didn't matter, and I forgot to do that, but, okay, so now 3. 3 is going to move in, and she's going to attack with her Bone Blade, which is a speed 2, hits on a 6+, in the blind spot is a 5+, a 5 and a 9, so that's 2 hits. Oh, and let's discard this one real quick. All right, the Beast's Ear, where the white lion jumps back, and the soft belly, a debilitating blow to the soft belly. So we're going to do the soft belly first, obviously. And the strength on the bone blade is a 2, so that's 8, 7, 6, a 6+. A 5, so that's a miss. Nothing happens. Discard that. And the Beast's Ear, and if we fail, bad things happen. Not too bad, actually. But a 9. All right, that's another wound. The failure doesn't go off, so that gets discarded. And that is 3's turn. Okay, and now I'm just going to move these resources to the side. It'll just help me get them out of the way. Perfect. Okay, so now the only person that hasn't gone is 7, so she's going to come in right here, and she's going to attack with her big old founding stone. Speed 2 hits on a 7+. Oh, 9 and a 10. Man, I wish I was rolling those on the wound. Oop, I almost grabbed too many. 2. All right. Strange Hand and the impervious location. So let's go ahead and roll for the impervious location just real quick. So if we crit, we'll get the Shimmering Mane. Nope, we don't crit. So that just goes away. And then we will now do the Strange Hand, which we ran into that at the beginning of our last encounter with our prologue white line. So let's see if we can hit. That's a speed or a strength of 1, toughness of 8, so it wounds on a 7. 7, exactly what we needed. All right, so that another wound on the wound stack. We've done 3 wounds so far, so that's good. The quicker we can get this white line taken care of, the better, because that +1 damage is going to start wrecking us real quick. So, all right, so that's all of our survivors' turns, and now it is the monster's turn. So let's draw an AI card. Terrifying Roar. All non-deaf survivors. Okay. Roll 1d10 per target if the result is 2+, and is higher than the target's courage. Everybody has, let's see, 3 has 1 courage, so it doesn't really matter. The target suffers 1 brain damage per monster level and knock back 6, and then perform a basic action. All right. So let's do 2. Oop, that's off. I don't know how I missed this gigantic box here. Oh my god. It's been a night, guys. Okay, let's try this one more time. 10. Okay, 2 is the armored guy. He gets knockback 6. Oof. Okay, so that means it goes to here. And then we got to look at our 3 stone columns. So, destructible. When a survivor collides with this, stop their movement and archive the terrain. They suffer 1 damage to a random hit location. Bummer. So this gets archived, and they suffer, and he suffers 1 damage to the leg. All right, so he's got 2 armor, so that goes down to 1 armor. Okay. Bummer. And so it doesn't say anything about stop their movement and archive the terrain, so it doesn't say anything about being knocked down, so that's okay. All right. And then let's see here. So now we'll do 3 next. 2. 2 plus, that means that happens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all the way back here. All right. Man, I placed these stone columns in the worst possible place. What was I thinking? Okay, well, let's do 5, a 2. So he comes back here, collides, this gets archived. Put my pieces back in. This board, guys, this is the first time I've played with this board, and it is really, really cool. It's just fun. Like, the board that comes with the game is amazing. It's absolutely beautiful, but this is just fun. Like, it's just fun. It was fun to paint. It was fun to print. It's fun to put together. So I've got these, like, each one of them are a single piece, and they're marked, so if something horrible happened and all these fell over, I can get them all back in the way they're supposed to go. And you can remove them and put in terrain as you need to. It's just cool. I recommend it. It was expensive, but it was awesome. Okay, so he gets knocked back into the stone column. He takes 1 damage to the chest, or the body. So that's a light injury to his body. Okay, and then 1 more roll for 7. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Great. Oh, and they suffer 1 brain damage per monster level. Oh, okay. So that's a light injury, light brain injury for 7, a light brain injury for 5, a light brain injury for 3, and 2 had 1 insanity, so that just takes that away. Great. Okay, so that's that. And then perform basic action targeting the furthest survivor in range. Man, this is even worse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So she's in range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's in range. Okay, so we have dodge and encourage. We don't have dash. So that sucks. I think that we're going to run through 5 because we really want him to be up in everybody's business, making the attacks and taking the damage. If he's knocked down, he can't do anything. So we're gonna turn the white lion. He's gonna run through 5. 5 is gonna get knocked down, unfortunately. And then we do a basic attack. Enraged is in play, +1 damage token. So the basic action is a speed 2, accuracy 2+ for 2 damage. 5 and a 6, so that's 2 hits. And that's the waist and the arms. Okay, so I could dodge one of these, but I think I'm going to just take both of them and try to save my survival. Or I could use it and roll and see if I can get it back. Sure, why not? Let's do that. So we're gonna take the arm. That's 2 damage to the arm, so that just gets rid of the armor. And then we're gonna dodge the waist. So that'll use up a survival. Let's see if we get it back. 1. We do not get it back, so we use a survival. Okay. And oh crap! And I completely did the wrong player. I attacked 2, and we actually attacked 7 over here. So. Whoopsie. So she's definitely going to dodge that. And she doesn't get it back. So she's going to dodge the arm location. So that's going to dodge that. And then the waist takes 2 damage. It has 1 armor. So that'll be a light injury to the waist. Alright, bummer. Okay. I forgot to flip over my turn tokens too. Okay. So that is the White Lion's turn. So Terrifying Roar finishes, gets discarded, and it's our turn again. Great. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's too far away. I think what we're going to do, we're going to have 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 come around, and she's going to attack with her Founding Stone, the weakest one. I did not think this through, guys. I did not do a very good job of planning my placement very well, and what I thought was going to happen. Totally should have put him as the tank over here so that he got attacked with the evasion in the grass plus his +1 evasion. Did not think this through, but we're here. It's too late now. So the white lion is coming in, ready to kill. There's no going back. So she's going to attack. Speed 2 hits on a 6+, a 7 and a 2. So that's 1 hit. The beast's paw. There's a failure reflex, but we're not going to have to worry about that, right? Because we're going to hit. Toughness is 8. Strength on the Founding Stone is a 1, so 7+. A crit. Oh yeah! I told you we wouldn't have to worry about it. Okay. The Beast's Paw, critical wound. Your attack destroys the white lion's foot. It loses its leverage. The white lion gains -1 movement token. Gain 1 lion claw, white lion resource. Awesome. All right, lion claw. All right. Man, we've had 5 resources already. I mean, that's almost a level 1 white lion. I think white lion gets 8 resources, so we're in really good shape right now. Oh, and we have iron too, so we have 6 resources already. Okay, we get a -1 movement token for the lion, so let's find that. All right, -1 movement. Okay, and we have a broken foot. Ignore the effects of grab. Oh, this is the best card. This is the best card to crit on. That is amazing. Okay, so that's her turn. Now let's see. Again, great job, Josh. I gave the person the most survival that can't encourage. So 5 can't encourage himself. So 3 is going to encourage 5. He's going to get up. I'm going to have him move back into the grass. And then he is going to attack with his bone darts. So that's a speed 1. Hits on a 7+. Oop, I already got a dice there. A 3. So that's a miss. Bummer. His turn is over. Okay. So now we're kind of out of range for everybody at this point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's going to come in here so he can kind of be ready. He'll actually be the closest to the white lion, hopefully, and he'll take the attack. And then she'll come in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if the white lion comes in here, 1, 2, 3, 4, that'll put her in range of the white lion. Okay, let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. Okay, so that's all their turns. We don't have to worry. Oh yeah, and I'm going to flip over this token because they encouraged, and this token because they dodged. But it doesn't matter because now it's the white lion's turn and they would come back anyways. Need to remember to flip those tokens over. Okay, so now let's draw an AI card. Combo Claw, closest threat facing in range. So facing, nobody's facing. Closest threat in field of view. So that's our tank. Good. All right, so move and attack. So it's going to move over here. It's going to attack our tank. Speed 2, accuracy 4+. For 2 damage each because we have that +1 damage. If this attack deals damage more than once, draw another AI card. Ugh. So, speed 2, and yeah, he's definitely going to be dodging one of these guys. So if we do hit, so it's a 4+. Oh, and he has +1 evasion, so a 5+. A 3 and a 7, so that's 1 hit. Let's see where. To the body. So he's going to take that. So that's 2 damage to the body. So that gets rid of the 2 armor. And so if this attack deals damage more than once, it only made damage once. So, oh, do we have lost hand? Oh, broken foot. Okay, never mind. So that's done. All right, that's the White Lion's turn. Everything is reset. So now we're in good shape. Oh, I think he's going to just move around to here because we want him to be attacked. So he's not going to get in the blind spot because we want to keep him out in front, taking all that damage for us, so we don't have to worry about it. So he's going to just come around and he's going to attack with his bone axe, which is speed 2. Hits on a 6+, a 9 and an 8. Awesome. Okay, that's 2 hits. Oh, damn it. Okay, so the trap. The attacker is caught in the White Lion's roost and savagely mauled. The attacker is doomed. Perform basic action targeting the attacker. Okay. Alright, so the White Lion turns and performs a basic action. So that's speed 2, hits on a 2+ for 2 damage. So it hits on a 3+ because he has 1 evasion. Ah, perfect. Thank you to that evasion. That's 1 miss. So that's 1 hit for 2 damage to the body. Of course it's the body. So that would give him a heavy injury. So he's knocked down. Blech. Okay. Bummer. Alright, and then we have to shuffle up the hit location deck again. And those traps suck. This is going pretty well so far, honestly. I'm kind of surprised that we've done so many wounds already. We've gotten so lucky getting those 3 weapons. That's helped us out a lot. And that full rawhide armor set has been huge too. So, okay. So the trap is done. So 2 has gone. So now it is, man, that puts 3 in a bad spot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe she'll come in. Yeah, it's just a bad spot. Okay, well, 7 will come in. 7's going to be doing all the work with her poor founding stone. So she's going to come in, hit on a 6+, 2 hits. I told you she's doing all the work. The beast's back, and the beast's scapular deltoid. So both of them have full move forward, which that is bad. So we're going to ignore the effects of grab. So that's good, but we're gonna run directly into this person. They're going to get knocked back, and I think knocked down if they land on the survivor. I don't think so. I'll look it up later. I don't think you get knocked down. Anyways, so it doesn't really matter. Let's do the beast scapular deltoid first. So we have to wound on a 7 or more. Oh my gosh. I told you, she's doing all the work. So that's another wound and a crit. The trauma of the impact fractures the White Lion's shoulder. The White Lion gains -1 movement. Another -1 movement. Okay. That gets discarded. We get another -1 movement token. Sweet. So now the White Lion has a 4 speed rather than 6. That's cool. Okay. Now, let's do this one more time. The beast's back. We got to do a 7+ to hit. 4, so that's a miss. Full move forward in a straight line. Cancel all hits. Now out of range. Any survivor passed over suffer grab. We ignore the effects of grab because of our broken foot. So we're going to move forward 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, so he would have gotten knocked down. He's already knocked down, so that's okay. And So that's that. Discard. That's her turn. Okay, that puts her in a much better position. So he is right there on that square. So she can come around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And she's going to attack. So she's going to attack with her Bone Blade. Speed 2. Hits on a 6+, 5+ because we're in the blind spot. A perfect hit. There's no perfect hit on this guy. Nope. Okay, so 1 hit and 1 miss. The Beast's Knee. You hit the White Lion's sturdy kneecap. So the strength on the Bone Blade is at 2. So 8, 7, 6. 6 to wound. 2. So we miss. All right. Nothing happens. So we move on. So that's her turn. So now we have 5's turn. 5 has the Founding Stone and the Bone Darts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's out of range, but he doesn't have to be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, perfect. He's now in range, and we're going to attack with a Bone Dart. Hits speed 1, hits on a 7+. 7. That's a hit. A hit to the Glorious Mane, of course. So let's just see if we crit real quick. We don't. Nothing happens. All right. So that's everybody's turn. Everything gets turned over. Alright, so now it's the White Lion's turn. Let's draw hit location. Alright, AI. Grasp. Closest knockdown survivor in range. Oof. That's this guy right here. So move and attack. So we're going to turn around. We're going to blow through her. She's going to get knocked back 5. 1, 2. So I can't remember what happens if you run into another survivor. Let me look that up real quick. I'll be right back. Okay, I found it. It is in the showdown phase section. Survivors colliding with survivors. Survivor may not normally move into spaces occupied by other survivors. However, they may collide due to knockback. When this happens, complete the knockback movement normally. Okay. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. At the end of the knockback movement, both survivors suffer collision. So collision is survivors, monsters, and impassable terrain tiles may collide with each other. This causes survivors to suffer collision. When a survivor suffers collisions, they are knocked down. So both of these guys are knocked down. Okay, and I wonder if I should have, if she's going that way, I wonder if I should have knocked him back that way. Yeah, I think that's right. So I should have gone this way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think it's 5 actually. When we collide with. Oh my gosh! Hold on, let me look. Knockback 5. Okay, so he would be knocked down, she would be knocked down, and she would be knocked down. Oh, that sucks. That's even worse. I should have gone with that way, but that's the way it goes. Okay, so where were we? Grasp. Okay, so speed 1 hits on a 2+. A 7. Okay. After damage, the White Lion isolates its prey. Full move the White Lion away from all threats. Target suffers grab. Okay, so when the survivor's knocked down, they can still dodge. So we're going to dodge. We're going to spend a survival. Let's see if we get it back. 3. We do not. So the survival is spent. We dodge, so we don't take any damage. After damage doesn't trigger then, and the White Lion doesn't run away. Although we might want him to. No. Okay. All right. So that's the end of Grasp. Oh, that was crappy on a whole nother level. All right. So it's the survivor's turn. So 5 is going to encourage 2. So he's going to spend a survival. So 2 gets up. 5 is the only one that can anyways, because he's the only one standing. Okay, so he's encouraged. And then 2 is going to come in and attack, I think. All right, with his bone blade, or bone axe. Speed 2, it's on a 5+. Ooh, a 1 and a 10. So that's 1 hit. Let's see here. Let's protect if you critically wound. Okay, not a critical wound. The beast's chest. Full move forward in a straight line. That would suck. Yet again. Okay, let's hope this failure reaction doesn't happen. So, beast chest. Strength is 3. Toughness is 8. So we hit on a 5. Oh, and +1 strength. 4+. 6. So the failure doesn't go off. It causes a wound. And this goes in the discard pile. Great. Okay, so now, so that's 2's turn. Oops. 2's turn. And so now, man, these bone darts, they are only doing 1 die. He might come in, 1, 2. We're going to come in with the Founding Stone. And speed 2, it's on a 7+. Oh, 2 hits. Okay. The soft belly and the straining neck. All right, both of them don't have any reactions. So strength is 3, so it hits on a 5+. A crit! Oh my gosh. So we do 1 AI card. Let's shuffle the AI deck because we're out of cards. So we got 5 wounds left. So we have 4 in the AI deck, and then 1 extra wound to kill him. So we're 5 wounds away. All right, crit. Roll 1d10 on the table below. Let's see. Whoops. A 4. Paralyzed. The monster is knocked down. Oh, it would have been nice if this happened a little bit later, but that's okay. All reactions are canceled. That one doesn't matter because it doesn't have a reaction anyways, but cool, we knocked it down. All right, soft belly now. A 1, so we miss. Nothing happens. All right, so that's the end. These guys are both knocked down still. We can't encourage because he can't use survival to encourage. So that's the end of our survivor's turn. These all get reset. It's the White Lion's turn. The White Lion stands up and he draws an AI card. Terrifying Roar. Great. Roll 1d10 per target, 2+, and is higher than the target's courage. Target suffers 1 brain damage per monster level and knockback 6. Okay, all non-death survivors. That's everybody, no matter what. So, and we'll choose who goes. So we're gonna try to avoid this whole collision fiasco. So we're gonna do 3 first. A 4. So she would get knockback 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and suffer 1 brain damage. Oh, that puts her in the severe injury, brain trauma level. So let's resolve that real quick. Luckily, I've bookmarked our severe injury table. And brain. Oh, hold on. Let's do this real quick. I'm going to take a card. Look at me. Don't look at the page. Whoop. Okay. This is the worst page. It really is the worst page. It's the only page in all of the Kingdom Death book that really kind of disturbs me on some weird psychological level. So I'm just going to cover up my psychological trauma with this card. Okay, so brain trauma, severe injury. Okay, 3 is going to roll. A 4. Flee. You are knocked down and suffer knockback equal to your movement towards the closest board edge. Gain 1d5 insanity. Okay, so you're knocked down and suffer knockback. Okay, so she's just back here, And she gains 1d5 insanity. 2. So that's 1 insanity. All right. Great. So now, look over here, guys. Look right over here. Look over here. Okay, it's safe. All right. Back to Terrifying Roar. So now we're going to do 7 next. 3. So it's 2 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And she suffers 1 brain damage. She's already got 1, so we're back to the severe injury table again. Okay. You know the drill. Eyes, eyes. All right. Let's roll. 7. Lunacy. Gain a random disorder and 1d5 insanity. Great. I love disorders, guys. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 4 insanity. And a random disorder. The guy's face is almost as disturbing as what's beneath the card. Like, should I do... Oh, let's just leave it. Okay. So 1 disorder. Oh, man. Okay, well, that's not too bad. I was thinking it was a different card. Post-traumatic stress. The last hunt was harrowing. All you can do is cower and relive the trauma. I can see. Only time can heal your wounds. Next settlement phase, you do not contribute or participate in any endeavors. Skip the next hunt to recover. All right, so that means we don't get any endeavors from 7. From 7. If she makes it back alive. That is a bummer. And she has to skip the next hunt. So, double bummer. Well, okay. I'm just going to keep it there, just to remind me. Okay. Let's just keep, I don't know. Let's just turn the page. There we go. Okay. Back to Terrifying Roar. So now it is 5's turn. Man, this Terrifying Roar is taking forever. 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He has a light brain injury, so he gets the thing. You know the drill. Whoop. Okay. Let's just roll right here. 7. 1d5 insanity. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 insanity. And a random disorder. Okay. I know technically I'm supposed to put post-traumatic stress back in the deck, but it's fine. Like, what are the chances, right? Alright, let's see. Prey. You are prey. All there is for you is death. You may not spend survival unless you are insane. Horrible card. Absolutely horrible card. Okay, so prey. No survival unless insane. Okay, well, we're insane right now, so we can spend survival unless... Let's see, we'll mark it up here too in our survival area to just remind us. Great. Okay. 5 is done. Let's roll for 2 now. 7. So he gets knocked back 6. Here he gets 1 brain damage, so that gives him a light. Thank goodness I don't have to roll on that table anymore. Okay, let's get this out of the way. Alright. Now, this is the last step in Terrifying Roar. Perform basic action. Target the furthest survivor in range. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope. 1, 2, 3, 4. No way. Furthest survivor in range is our tank. That's good news. Okay. Basic action. So we're going to discard that. Our basic action is speed 2. Hits on a 2+ for 2 damage. That's a total off. I don't know how I'm missing this box so many times. It's a big box. 2 hits. Both of them to the leg location. So we have, so we're going to take one of those. So that gives us a light injury. And we're going to dodge the last one and see if we get that survival back. We do, so we get to keep that. And so then we don't get a severe on the legs. All right. That was not fun. Okay, so everything reset. Everything does not reset. It resets at the end of their turn. Okay, so now it's our turn. Let's see, these guys were knocked down like ages ago. I would think that they would stand up now. Like it matters, but okay. 2, 3, 4, 5. He's coming around. He's gonna attack with the bone axe, speed 2. Hits on a 5+. 1 hit. Beast elbow. There's a failure reflex. We don't have to worry about it, right? Last time I said that, I got a crit. So we're going to hit on a 4+. 2. I guess that isn't totally true. Okay. Full move the monster forward in a straight line. Cancel all hits now out of range. And so we're just going to move to the edge of the board and stop. Okay. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he's within range of his bone dart, so he's going to attack. Speed 1, 7+. Miss. Bummer. Okay. That guy's turn. That guy's turn. Alright, so these guys are just going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Make their way back towards the battle. Maybe I should do this just in case the white lion starts moving around all over. Okay. White lion's turn. I'm feeling okay about this battle. Like, it's not great. It's this terrifying roar that's wrecking everything, I think. Besides the terrifying roar, I think we'd be okay. But anyways. Ground fighting. Perfect. Okay, so ground fighting comes into play. The white line flops onto its side, waiting for attackers to draw near. While ground fighting is in play, do not draw any AI cards. So we can kind of get into place however we want. So we don't have to, there's no bandages we can do. None of our resources give us anything that we can take. So we're going to come in. I'm not going to make the same mistake. I'm going to put Mr. Dude over here, this dude here, and they're going to come in here. Okay. So ground fighting is in play. We're out of the range of ground fighting. 5 is going to attack with the bone dart. Speed 1 hits on a 7+, an 8. So that's a hit. Strange hand. All right. So this gets discarded. Oh wait, when it's wounded, it gets discarded. So let's see if we wound with this. So that's a strength 3. So that's 5+ to wound. It's a 9. So that hits. Ground fighting gets discarded. Failure action doesn't happen. And we do a wound. Great. Okay, so now everything kind of goes off. We can come in now and attack. So 5's turn is over. He's going to move back here, actually, as his movement before he ends his turn. And then 2's going to come in. Speed 2. It's on a 6+ because he's not in the blind spot. 2 2s, so that's a miss for 2. Okay. 3's going to come in with her bone blade. Speed 2, hits on a 5+. 1 hit. Fleshy gut. There's a failure reflex. We'll see what happens here. So that's a 8, 7, 6. 6 to wound. Miss. The white lion swats back. Perform basic action targeting the attacker. Bummer. Basic action is speed 2. Hits on a 2+ for 2 damage. Oh, Good. One hit to the arms. So 2 damage to the arms for 3. So that's a heavy. So she gets knocked down. And then that's it. So now that's her turn. 7. She's going to come in on the side here. She's going to attack speed 2 with her Founding Stone. Hits on a 7+. A critical hit, which means nothing. The Fuzzy Groin. You hit the monster right in the ding dong. Let's see if we can wound in the ding dong. Strength of 1, so we hit on a wound on a 7+. 3, so we miss. No reflex. Well, I'd have a reflex if I was hitting the ding dong. But White Lion's made of tougher stuff, I guess. Okay, so that's our turn. Now it's the White Lion's turn. Draws an AI card, Grasp. Closest knockdown survivor in range. That is good old 3. So we move and attack. Speed 1 hits on a 2+. An 8, so that's a hit for 2 damage to the head. Ouch. Oh, that sucks. So that's a severe head injury. So then the White Lion isolates its prey. Full move the White Lion away from all threats. Target suffers grab. So it'd go this way. 1, 2, 3, 4. But we ignore the effects of grab because it has a broken foot. So that part's resolved, but we have to do the severe injury. So we'll discard that. We only have 3 cards left on the AI stack now. Okay. So 4 wounds left, but a severe injury to the head. That's the White Lion. There we go. Alright, let's take a look. 6. Death. You won't hear it coming. Suffer -1 permanent evasion. This injury is permanent and can be recorded once. Gain 1 bleed token. Alright, that's not too bad. 1 bleed token and -1 evasion and death. -1 evasion. Okay. I know death comes into play other times too, so that's good to write down. Okay, so that's the White Lion's turn. So now it's our turn. Can't encourage her because the only one with survival can't encourage. So we're just going to come in 2, 3, 4, and he's going to attack. Speed 2, hits on a 5+. 2 hits. The Beast Tricep and the Beast Tail. So there's a full move forward, which he would slide down the edge of the board. That's another thing that I wasn't familiar with. If the monster moves and then runs into the edge, he just stops. If he's already on the edge, he slides down the edge of the board. So we're going to do Beast Tricep first. Actually, you know what? So if we hit with this, if we miss with this, he's going to turn around, and then if we miss with this, he's going to bleh. I guess that's not too bad. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, all right. Well, yeah, we'll do Beast Tricep first. Strength of 3, +1 strength is 4, so it hits on a 4+. A 9, so that's a hit. All right, there's no failure. Okay, now the Beast Tail. 4+. A 1. Full move the monster forward in a straight line. Cancel all hits now out of range. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So that kind of puts us in a bad spot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, he can still do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's going to come in. He's going to attack with his bone darts. Speed 1 hits on a 7+. 6. Miss. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She's just going to come in here. And then that's all of our turns. Okay. Alright, White Lion's turn. We have 2 cards left on the AI deck. Ground fighting. Great. So we're back to ground fighting again. So she would stand up eventually. And we're just going to rinse and repeat here. We're going to put this guy there. And these guys here. And 5 attacks with the bone darts. 2, miss. Okay. So this is okay, right? It doesn't matter. Nothing happens. We wait another full round where everybody's fresh again. 5 goes first again. 4. Okay. One more round again. 9. So that is a hit. So we have to wound. So let's do the hit location. The beast's ear. Alright, so let's go. A 3. That's going to be a miss. So the White Lion jumps back. Without turning, move the monster 1 space directly away from the attacker. So I think it would just slide that way, or would it slide this way? I think it would slide. It doesn't matter really. We'll just slide him that way. Okay, so that's that. So now, ground fighting says when the White Lion is wounded, discard ground fighting. So nothing. We didn't wound, so it's still ground fighting. So we redo this all over again. Rinse and repeat. Bone dart. Hit location card. Beast femur. Alright, so no reflex on this. We're going to hit on a 5 plus 7. Alright, we hit. And that's perfect because ground fighting now gets discarded, which that's going to be our only AI card. Ground fighting. Great. So we'll put that there. This gets discarded. And now, man, we are really low on our hit location deck, though. We're going to hit that trap before too long. So I think, I think we're going to send in 2 with the armor and hope that he can pull the trap. So we'll see. Speed 2 hits on a 6 plus. 8 and F7. 2 hit locations. Yep, there it is. There's the trap. Alright. Doomed. Target the attacker with basic action. Speed 2 hits on a 2 plus, plus 1 evasion, so 3 plus. 2 hits. We can't dodge these, so it's going to be 2 damage to the head and the body. Bummer. So we have 2 armor on the head, so that goes away, and we suffer severe injury to the body. So I'll be right back. I thought I heard something. Okay, so 2 gets a severe injury to the body. So let's roll. See what happens here. Oh my gosh. 9. Okay, so that is collapsed lung. You can't catch your breath. Gain -1 movement token and a bleeding token. Okay, well that's not too bad. Let's do a movement. Nothing permanent. That's what we really care about. So -1 movement and a bleed token. Okay. So, oops, this is backwards. Sorry. Okay. So 2 came in. He got attacked. 3 shot his dart. And now 3 will come in. Or sorry, 5 shot his dart. 2 came in, got attacked. Sorry. And now 3's coming in, and she's going to attack with the bone blade. And that's a speed 2. Hits on a 6 plus. 8. So that's 1 hit. The beast's maw. So there's a failure reflex. So strength 2. So that's a 6 plus. A crit. Oh. So ground fighting. Our last AI card goes away. Oh, shoot! And I completely forgot to shuffle the hit location deck after my. Sorry, one of my kids was up running around, and it's 9:30 at night, so. Okay. Alright, hit location shuffled. Crit, we got the wound. So now crit. The blow destroys the white lion's jaw. No jaw. Roll a d10. On a result of 5+, the white lion jaw flies off its face. The attacker gains +1 courage and +1 survival. Alright. A 6. Okay. +1 courage, +1 survival. 1 survival, 1 courage. She's at 2 courage right now. Great. Okay. We've almost killed him. Let's see if 7, the hard worker, can get it done. She's going to attack with her Founding Stone, speed 2, hits on a 7+. 2 misses. Bummer. Okay. Alright, so that puts our armored guy right in front, which is what we want, and we're going to perform a basic action. So closest threat in field of view. So speed 2 hits on a 2+, for 2 damage. So hits on a 3+ because he has +1 evasion. Oh, so that's 1 miss, 1 hit, and that's to the arms. He's just gonna take it. So that gets rid of the 2 armor. Okay, so that's the white lion's turn. Our turn again. So he's going to come in and hopefully finish the job. 2's going to come in. Speed 2 hits on a 6+. A 1 and a 4 miss. He's actually going to come in here. That'll give us 1, 2, 3, 4. He'll come in. 5 is going to try to finish it with the Founding Stone. Speed 2 hits on a 7+. 2 misses. This is bad. Okay. Alright, 3. Let's see if we can take care of it. Speed 2 hits on a 6+. 2 hits. Okay. The beast's chest and the fleshy gut. So we're going to do the fleshy gut first. So that's going to hit on a 8, 7, 6+. 9. That hits. The white lion is dead. We have killed the white lion. We've killed our level 1 white lion. Our survivors return victorious. Let's before I forget, let's draw our resources. So let's go to the white lion. Okay. So victory, 100 XP, 1 weapon proficiency level, plus rewards. Rewards. The first time the white lion is defeated, add Caterium. So we add Caterium to the settlement location. The group gains the following rewards. Level 1, 4 basic, 4 white lion. Let's do the 4 basic. 1, love juice. 2, monster bone. 3, monster bone. 4, whatever we want. Alright, that's not bad. White lion resources. Great cat bone. Golden whiskers. Eye of the cat. So this could be built, the cat eye circlet. I don't really use it that much. So we might just use that as an organ. We'll see. Maybe we'll try it out. And the last card is hide. Okay. All right. I'm going to set up the settlement event, and we'll come back for that. All right. It's like usual. It's been another day or two since I had my showdown phase, and I've got the settlement phase set up. One thing I did notice right away, I made a couple mistakes. One is the very first ground fighting that was in play. I didn't wound, so I shouldn't have removed ground fighting, but I'm going to leave that as is. One thing that I am going to fix, I forgot about this +3 insanity when we departed. That would have fixed a lot of our brain injuries. So I think that I'm going to leave, because we had 3 severe injuries. One was PTSD, one was Prey, because we had that disorder draw, and death, -1 evasion. So I am going to take the death away and the prey away, and I'm going to leave the PTSD. I hope that's okay. I think that since I made that mistake, there should be some kind of fix. So I'll just leave that, but I'll remove the other two. All right. Okay, so that's resolved. I feel bad about that. I should have looked at it before I started the showdown. But anyways, so the survivors return to the settlement. We build Caterium to start building, be able to build things based off of the White Lion. So that is now in our settlement. So we have to do the setup. The survivors return. I healed all of their wounds, and they're going to get Hunt XP. So this one's going to get 1. This one's going to get 1. So these two are actually going to age. So let's resolve that real quick. All right, age. So it's age 1. So it's a weapon proficiency. So these guys can now gain weapon proficiencies. A little bit on strategy that I'm thinking about is I'm going to try to get at least 2 people out that can gain XP and gain weapon proficiency as quickly as possible for each fight. So that gives them more proficiency and hopefully gets to mastery soon. Because if we reach mastery in one of our characters, then the specialist applies to every character in our settlement. So I'm going to try to use as many different types of weapons as possible, and I'm going to try to get as many as I can to mastery. So, but anyways, let's age 3. Gain the benefits for the Hunt XP milestone you have reached. A survivor may only gain each milestone benefit once a lifetime. Weapon proficiency. You may now select a weapon type for weapon proficiency. If you wound a monster with a selected weapon type, you are now eligible to gain a proficiency level during the aftermath. Roll on the table below. All right. 7. Oh, it's 2d10. 7 and a 9, so 16. Ooh, 1+1 permanent accuracy. Awesome. That's great. I usually get this random fighting art. Okay, great. +1 permanent accuracy is awesome. Okay, so now 2 ages. A 9 and a 3, that's 12. So that's going to be a random fighting art. So let me grab the random fighting art deck. Alright. I've 3D printed these sleeve holders. They're awesome. They're really cool. Let's see. Random fighting art. Here we go. Tumble. When something would collide with you, roll a d10. On a result of 6+, you successfully tumble out of harm's way. Instead, place your survivor standing on the closest free space outside of the collision path. That's really powerful. That's a good fighting art to have. Tumble. D10, 6+, tumble out of way. Cool. All right. So both of those have aged. So we can set those to the side. All right, so here's still our returning survivors. We might need to use those for the settlement event. But okay, survivors return. We gain endeavors. We only gained 3 endeavors because that PTSD severe injury. So we update the timeline. So now we're in Lantern Year 2, and then we draw a settlement event card and resolve it, and then we trigger the story event that is applicable for that Lantern Year. So these are so hard to shuffle. So I'm gonna pull I pulled this off of a YouTube. I can't remember the name of the YouTube channel right now. If If I remember it, I'll put it down in the comments, but I'm going to roll a d10. 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is it. Acid storm. Great. This sounds amazing. The air tastes sour and burns their survivors' cracked lips. The sky cracks in great flashes, revealing spiraling black clouds. Finally it opens, dousing everything in acid rain. Roll 1d10. 6. 6 plus. Some of the debris around the settlement becomes useful due to the strange effects of the storm. Add 1 scrap to the settlement storage. Awesome! Okay, that turned out a lot better than I thought. Let me go grab the disc resource. Alright, broken lantern. Perfect, so that's good. Alright, and then lingering effects. The storm prevents music endeavors. The storm inspires, +2 to the result of all art endeavors. And then if we have nightmare training or cooking, we can do some more things. But basically that's it. So we can't do any music endeavors, which we don't have any at this point. So that's okay. Alright. Resolved. That wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Okay, so now we need to do endless screams. So let's look that up. Endless screams. A scream pierces the silence around the settlement. As the noise fades, a chorus of horror rises up in answer. The settlement erupts in chaos, trying to comprehend the source of the terrible wail. You may now hunt the screaming antelope. Add it to the quarry list on the settlement record sheet. Nominate a single survivor to stand amidst the madness. They gain +1 courage and become the voice of reason. Okay. So here's our returning survivors. Here's another survivor that one of our original survivors, and then we also have some just random survivors that I haven't created character sheets for. I don't want to look because I don't want to spoil anything. I just want to choose one at random. +1 courage. Wasn't there one of our characters? Yeah. So 3. Ooh, they have +1 accuracy. Okay. Well, you know what? Let's just do it. 3 is going to gain +1 courage. They're going to trigger bold. We'll do that after endless screams, though. So, okay, voice of reason. Roll a d10. 3. The survivor realizes the noise is most likely from another strange creature that lives out in the darkness. After some effort, they manage to calm the settlement. The survivor gains +1 understanding. Returning survivors gain +1 insanity. Okay, so you gain +1 understanding. And then returning survivors, which was 5, 7. All these guys gain +1 insanity. So this one goes up to 4. Goes up to 5. 1 and 2. All right. Perfect. So that's it. That one's not too bad. I rolled a little low, so I was kind of worried, but okay. Great. Endless Screams is over. Okay, so now update the death count. Nobody died. Check milestones. 5 innovations. Nope. Population reaches 15. Nope. Population reaches 0. Nope. So we're good. So we can hunt the screaming antelope now. Okay, so we can develop, and that means endeavors and whatnot. So first off, normally I think it's good strategy to not innovate until Lantern Year like 2 or 3, but we are in such a good place right now that I'm going to go ahead and spend a organ, a hide, and a bone, and an endeavor and innovate. So let's grab our innovation deck. So right now we have language and cannibalize. So we draw 2 and pick 1. I am hoping for Symposium is good, and whatever innovations I can get that would give us Surge and Dash. Those are the 2 that the 3 that I'm really most excited about. I think Drums is the only one that isn't great in this initial deck, so we're probably in pretty good shape no matter what we draw. But let's see. All right, here we go. 1, drums. 2, paint. Okay, well that's pretty easy. We're gonna pick paint. This is the settlement swells with creative energy. All survivors gain the dash survival action. Once per round, spend 1 survival to gain +1 movement and use it immediately. And then we add paint consequences to the innovation deck, so I'll do that. Oh, by the way, that reminds me, I need to do bold for survivor number 3. So let's do that. Sorry, didn't mean to jump around. It just reminded me. So let's do bold real quick. Bold. All right, and we gained bold during the settlement phase. So let's see. In a single moment, your perspective changes profoundly. In this fleeting existence, every moment shared creates meaning. The bond forged between survivors gives you hope. Gain the following ability and roll on the table below. Matchmaker. When you're a returning survivor, once per year, you may spend an endeavor to trigger intimacy, which is awesome. Because then we don't have to do augury and hope that we roll high. So we can hopefully keep this one alive. It'll give us a much better chance. And in fact, I wasn't going to use my 2 other endeavors because there's a chance of losing resources if we don't roll high enough. So I might actually use those 2 to help bolster our survival count. So great. Okay, matchmaker, and then we roll a d10. 8. +1 permanent strength. Ooh, awesome. Man, this is starting to look like a really good character that I want to keep around. So, all right, great. Okay, now we're done here. We're caught up. Okay, so we innovated. So that's good. So we're gonna get rid of those resources, and then so. Now, I think these last 2, because what I was going to have to do, was do augury, and so if you get an 8+, you can trigger intimacy. But if it's 1 to 3, then I lose a resource. So I was actually going to just basically lose these 2 endeavors this round, just because I couldn't sacrifice the resources. But now that I have 3 to trigger intimacy, I'm going to do that. So I'm going to trigger intimacy twice. Intimacy, there it is. And let's see, I think I'm going to use 2 people that don't have character sheets filled out. So we're going to trigger it once, and then we're going to have to do the event first child is born, so a new life principle. So let's do it one time. So let's just pick 11 and 12. They're gonna decide to have a baby. So let's roll a 7. Okay. The settlement gains +1 population. The male and female survivors share a deep bond and gain +10 survival. Ooh, awesome. +10 survival. +10 survival. Okay. And then +1 population. So we're gonna name this one 13. It's gonna be a female. So that brings us up to 12. All right. Hold on just a second. Okay. Now, so that endeavor is gone. Now we need to trigger first child is born, principal new life. So that's going to be over here. Principal new life. Okay. The group must decide how to raise their young. Choose one, without mercy or with affection. The toys are taken from the child and replaced with a cold stone face shard. Training begins immediately. Or the settlement embraces the child with warm arms. Nurturing new life is their highest calling. Let me go look up those 2, Survival of the Fittest and Protect the Young. Okay, Protect the Young, Survival of the Fittest. Okay. So survival of the fittest gives us +1 survival limit. When rolling on the intimacy story event, roll twice and pick the lowest result. All current and newborn survivors gain +1 strength and +1 evasion. That's pretty cool. And then once per lifetime, a survivor may re-roll a single roll result. They must keep this new result. Okay. And protect the young. The children are the future. When rolling on the intimacy story event, roll twice and pick one result. So this will help us increase our population really quickly. This one tends to kill people off when they're having babies. So we're at 12 for our population right now, and we get to use one reroll. So we might. I think I'm going to do survival of the fittest. Yeah, I think that'll give us a +1 our survival, and also that +1 strength and +1 evasion is really cool. So let's do that. Let's do survival of the fittest. So let's mark that off. Survival of the fittest. Okay, and then. Without mercy, the settlement gains the new life principle, survival of the fittest. Find and place the card on the settlement board and note it on the settlement record sheet. After adding the card, roll 1d10. Whoops, I'm going to re-roll that. Oh, that was a 9. 7. Okay. The child is raised as a pure warrior, leaving compassion and fear behind. The newborn survivor gains +2 courage, the tough fighting art, and 1 random disorder. That random disorder sucks, but okay, so let's see here. +2 courage. +2 courage. I wonder if I get the survival of the fittest. I think I do for this one, so it would be +1 strength, +1 evasion, and let's see here, tough, and 1 disorder. So let me go pull disorders. Boy, I'm completely unprepared for this, sorry. Alright, let's do this. Indecision. That sounds good. Past decisions haunt you ceaselessly. You are crippled by indecision, and even the most trivial choice grip you with terror. If you are the event revealer of the hunt event that call on you to make a roll, roll twice and use the lower result. Ugh, that sucks. That was a really strong character too, but that's okay. Indecision. Okay, perfect. Okay, let's put that there. Alright, so our new life principle is done. So now we're going to trigger intimacy one more time with our last endeavor. So we're going to roll twice and use the lower roll. So we're going to use 9 and 10 this time because we want to keep that +10 survival. A 4 and a 3. Okay. The female survivor perishes with her child. Okay, so we're going to use the first lifetime reroll. We're going to do 10 is going to use it re-rolled. So I think that we can roll 1 die. So we're going to keep the 4, and we get 2 4s. Okay, so a new survivor is brought kicking and screaming into the world. The child's eyes are free of the ink that stained the founders' faces. The settlement gains +1 population. So now we have 14, who's a male, and they gain +1 strength and +1 evasion. Evasion. Perfect. Okay. So it sucks that we're wasting those one-time rerolls, but we don't want to lose 2 population basically by doing that. So, okay. That's done. Now we're going to build. So we are going to, first off, we have enough. So we're going to take the whatever we want out of storage. So that's this card plus 5 hide, and we're going to build us another complete rawhide armor set, which is awesome. So we have 2 fully armored survivors going out on hunts, which is so powerful. I've never had this happen this early before, so that's awesome. So that is complete rawhide armor set, and then so I'm gonna do the King Spear next. So the King Spear I like because we can start gaining proficiency in the spear. right away. I like the Reach 2 weapons, so I'll probably be using the counterweighted axe and stuff like that later on. But I really like these, so that's helpful. So I'm going to use that to build the King Spear. And then I'm going to try the Cat Eye Circlet. So we'll just see what happens. So we'll build that. And then we're going to keep the Iron and the Monster Bone. And we're also going to keep the 2 Love Juices. So we'll keep those for later, and we'll probably do some more intimacy when we need to. So these 4 we're going to keep. And I think that's it. So let's just make sure. Develop, prepare departing survivors, and any special showdown. Okay, so that's about the end. So I think that's going to end this episode. When I start the new episode for Lantern Year 2, I'll show you what survivors I decided to bring out and how they're armored. And then we'll dive into Lantern Year 2, and I'll decide either we want to hunt the White Lion or the Screaming Antelope. I've really liked the Screaming Antelope. It's a good resource getter. But there's a few things that I want out of the Caterium, so we might hunt another White Lion and hope we can get the things we need. But I think that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll be back in a little bit for Lantern Year 2.